I thought I'll be saying from my heart how I feel. Ever since we met, I fell in love with you. You being in my life is a dream come true. Oh baby, I'll never ever make you cry. I'll never say goodbye. I'll wipe your tears away. I just want to say, oh, I'll never leave you and go away. No, I'll never leave you and go away. Oh, what we have together is for eternity. No, I'll never leave you and go away. No, I'll never leave you and go away. Oh, what we have together is for eternity. Never gonna leave you, never gonna leave you, never break your heart, I'm never gonna leave you, never gonna leave you, never gonna leave you, never break your heart, I'm never gonna leave you. I promise you with all of my heart I'll be standing beside you to build our dreams. I'll never make you unhappy. I want to be the man that you dream of. I want to be the shoulder you lean on. Oh, I want to be your everything. Oh, I'll never leave you and go away. No, I'll never leave you and go away. Oh, what we have together is for eternity. No, I'll never leave you and go away. No, I'll never leave you and go away. Oh, what we have together is for eternity. Team unity. Just show some love. Put up your hands and show some love. Wave your rag now and show some love. Show some love, just show some love. Stop the fighting, my brother. Fighting, my brother. Stop the hate, my friend. Hate, my friend. Let's all come together. All come together. I mean, the love is the trend. Love is the trend. No matter your color. Matter your color. It no matter who you be. Matter who you be. Just be proud where you're from now. Proud. Say, I am Guyanese. I am Guyanese. Stop the fighting, my brother. Fighting, my brother. Stop the hate, my friend. Hate, my friend. Let's all come together. All come together. I mean, the love is the trend. Love is the trend. It no matter your color. Matter your color. It no matter who you be. Matter who you be. Just be proud where you're from now. Where you're from. Say, I am Guyanese. I am Guyanese. Just show some love. Put up your hands and show some love. Wave your hand now and show some love. Show some love. Just show some love. Everybody right now. Just show some love. Put up your hands and show some love. Wave your hand now and show some love. Show some love. Just show some love. Long time we never link up. We used to line on the corner and drink up. Sometime we used to play ball. It's cricket and sometime football. I don't know what really happened to me. Why the fight and the hate and the jealousy. At the end of the day when we thinking it's not 6 months ago we the line it. Stop the fight, my brother. Stop the hate, my friend. Let's all come together. I miss the love is the trend. It no matter your color. It no matter who you be. Just be proud where you're from now. Say I am Guyanese. I am Guyanese. Just show some love. Put up your hands and show some love. Wave your hand now and show some love. Show some love. Just show some love. Everybody right now. Just show some love. Put up your hands and show some love. Wave your hand now and show some love. Show some love. Just show some love. Sometime I just wonder where the days gone when we was younger. All of we used to climb trees, pickle the mango, the guava and cherry. But now we separated. This race thing make me the victim. Don't look on race, don't look on creed. Try cut your skin, it's the same bloody bleed.
People will wish you all the success in the world. And when they feel jealous and hate you, let me start over. People will wish you all the success in the world, and they will feel jealous and hate you when you get it. Ritu Guttari. Hello, I'm your host, Shamiza Ali, and welcome to Get Real with Shamiza. It is truly a pleasure to be here with you this evening. Uh, First, I want to welcome all of our guests, of our viewers that are watching us on Facebook Live, YouTube, Island Zone Radio, and on NTN Channel 18, Cable 69 in Guyana. Welcome to Get Real with Shamiza. So, I want to start off by introducing my first co host for tonight, Faisal Baksh. Faisal, welcome to Get Real with Shamiza.
Hello, Shamis. Good night. Hello to you. Hello to the viewers. I'm excited to be here.
And I'm happy to have you here this evening. I will now introduce my second co host for tonight, George Baksh.
Hello, guys. How you guys doing? Good
Hi,
night.
George.
George,
Hey, Lisa, how
welcome.
you doing? I think it's gonna be a great night for me. So you got the three
It,
team
if
back.
I know it feels like a reunion right now.
Yep.
So, how is everyone doing? Faisal, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Can't complain. Busy day, and yeah, like I said, I'm excited and happy to be here for the second season, of
For the
course.
second season, Faisal. And I know as a professor, as I like to call you, in Guyana, you just started back with teaching. How is that working out for everyone in Guyana?
Yeah, we haven't gone fully back to face-to-face teaching. Um,
Okay.
this week, some schools have started face-to-face,
Mhm.
but all the schools have not gone back to face to face yet. I think it's dependent on the vaccines, how,
Okay.
how many students and teachers have taken the vaccine. But we're still some schools are still on the online teaching, whilst
Mhm.
other schools have gone to face, but only for the grade 10 and 11 for the
Great.
secondary schools.
Perfect. And George, what's going on your end in
Oh, my end
Jersey?
is work every day. The life of America. You got to get up and your brain start working in the morning, and then you come home and you just crash. I mean, more brain work than physical I do actually. So in the night I'm very tired and I take my rest actually. I get enough sleep and then I wake up and do my tasks again. I wake up sometimes with this great idea and I put it to work. So I think my life sometimes is an adventure. So I
Yeah,
wake up, whatever I decide I'm going to do today, I get it done and accomplish it. But everything else is good. Life is good. Family is good. You are good, and Riza just share what he's doing, so everything is good.
It's not
perfect.
as exciting as you, George.
Yeah, I mean, you're the guy who wakes up with great ideas and put them to work.
Yeah,
I
man,
don't
you
know I
have
can
to.
come.
You have to. I think my life is an adventure. I have to say because when I think about it, I have to do it. I really do. You know.
Well, that's good to know that you think it and then you try to achieve it. So
Yeah.
we always want to be in that lineup of things, the way we live our life. We want to think it and then we want to achieve it. So that's a great philosophy for you right there, George. I'm still working every day towards that. I do want to acknowledge to our viewers. I know tonight we had Minister Indar Deodat scheduled to be on Get Real with Shamiza. His interview was supposed to be starting right about now, but unfortunately, he has rescheduled. So please listen and keep watching Get Real with Shamiza for the new date that Minister Indar Deodat will be on Get Real with Shamiza. So my apologies for right now, but keep watching and you'll be able to see that interview coming up in a few weeks. Uh, at this time, I would like to introduce our first guest for tonight, Mr. Vishnu. Vishnu, welcome to Get Real with Shamisa.
Well, Shamisha, I must say thank you very much for the opportunity. And I must be able to also thank my friend make this
Hi,
connection.
darling.
But my question is this: is that um, here in our community, we are providing resources to help the people in our community during this crisis. And when the opportunity come, I will go into more detail. But I just want to say hi, welcome to Richmond Hill, and I would like to talk to you a lot more of what I do to help the community.
Well, Vishnu, that's why you're here tonight. I know on Saturdays you provide a lot of help to the community. So every Saturday, people can come to the resource center in Richmond Hill and they can receive food, dry goods, and fresh vegetables and fruits from you. You also have several different things that you do.
Well, yes, actually, we are also becoming a PPE distribution center in Richmond Hill. Mask, sanitizer, face shield, these are things that we are giving out to people freely in our community.
Okay.
And one of the positive things about this location is that we were able to challenge the New York City mayor and the governor. And I am very proud to say that we have a COVID testing van that offers PCR testing and rapid testing 7 days a week, free of cost. And anyone who wants to fly to Guyana, Trinidad, or anywhere in the Caribbean, you need to come here 2 days before your flight, and we will assure you you will get your test results. We are actually being hosted here by people like Errol and several other volunteers who are here, and they are very eager to serve you. So feel free to come here every Saturday from 12 noon. We're here to serve our community.
And actually, Vishnu, I do want to let our viewers know this Saturday I will be joining you to volunteer my services and also to bring awareness to the community of what you offer. So, if anyone is interested coming, they can come down to your place, the Richmond Hill Resource Center, and they will be able to receive free food, free mask, and
Well, I have
more.
good news for you, Shamiza. Our
Yes.
official name as of today is called the Richmond Hill Sewa Center.
Vishnu, I can't hear you.
Sorry for that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's called the Richmond Hill Sewa Center
Say what
because we are
center.
providing sewa to the community.
And can you enlighten us about what the word sewa means? Can't hear you. Vishnu, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Give
Vishnu,
them a
we can't
minute.
hear you.
I think they're trying to fix it.
All right. So we will come back to Vishnu in just a moment as soon as he gets his volume back. He gets. All right, we'll get back to Vishnu in just a moment. But for anyone who is interested, if you would like to receive, if you know someone or you are interested in receiving any of the things that he just mentioned. He has goods, which is dry goods, vegetables, fruits, and also mask. If you're interested, please. We will be putting up the address that you can go to. I know it as the Richmond Hill Resource Center, but he just said that the name changed. So hopefully we'll be able to speak to him shortly and we will get more information about that. But we will be sharing that address on our website shortly and on Get Real with Shamiza page. So if you're interested, please look at the page. We'll be sharing the address with you. So Faisal, or I like to call you Professor, what is it like in terms of COVID in Guyana right now?
Oh boy, it's probably the same like it's been for the other countries. The cases have started to rise, obviously. Um, the rise in cases has contributed to more persons feeling anxious, worried. Uh, we have many parents that are concerned about their kids going to school.
Right.
And even myself, look, this is a pandemic that's touched us all parts of the world. In
Yeah.
Guyana, it's not any different. So yeah, we're battling, we're trying, we're surviving, but it's tough. It's tough.
It's I'm sure it's been challenging. It's been about 18, 19 months for us here in the US, which is pretty much the same for you guys, maybe a month behind is when you guys got hit in Guyana. But nevertheless, I'm sure it's very, very intense there in Guyana. I believe we have Vishnu joining us again, hopefully with his audio back on. Vishnu, welcome back.
Well, thank you very much. Actually, I have to make sure people don't call me whilst I'm on this broadcast. Um, One of the things that we take pride in what we're doing, when the pandemic hit our community, we decided not to sit back and allow things to be. So we took on the mayor of New York and the governor, and they were very responsive. They provide us with masks and sanitizer. And then recently, some people decide that they will work with us to create a pantry. So we have been able to do a pantry in the community, and we are very proud of this. So it makes a difference in terms of where we are going and how we are doing it.
Hi, Shimiza.
She's live.
Anna, Shimiza.
Uh,
It's Errol.
Hi, Arrow.
hey, Errol.
How are you?
Good, good. So, Vishnu, tell us exactly what is it that you were able to do for the people of the community?
Well, outside of all of that, I am able to improve the quality of life of all the seniors in the community because I'm able to get them additional benefits. And living in the United States, when you need help to pay your rent or to get food stamp or cash assistance or to become a citizen for free, not having to write the test nor have to pay the $760, I facilitate all of that for people in the community. So
Now,
it is not just one service we do. We provide a complete social service to all in the community.
when you say not take a test, I was under an impression that everyone takes a test. Is that only for senior citizens, or is that for anyone in the community,
Well,
any
what
age?
it is, when you're going to go for your citizenship test,
Mhm.
if I get you in certain programs where you have long term care, then you will get an official waiver to not be able to do that test. And you just have to write, I love living in the United States of America.
Seriously?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Vishnu.
Um,
And can you tell us where exactly your new center? You were telling us that the name has officially changed as of today. What is the new name, and how can folks who are interested, how can they reach out to you?
well, our new name is actually the Richmond Hill Sewa Center. We actually use the word Sewa Center because all of us are providing Sewa to the community service. And it is also something that the system has to recognize when you have a not for profit organization set up to provide service to the community. We are located at Smoky Park, Phil Rusuto Park, which, if we work together, we are looking to make this the Chady Jagan Park. And I'm going ahead of myself by announcing this, but we are working towards making this park our own. Outside of that, we are at 95th Avenue and 125th Street. And
126.
anyone who of the folks, especially if you're traveling to Guyana, and it doesn't matter if you're a minister of the government, we will get you that test quickly and you can fly with that into Guyana or Trinidad.
It's between 125th and 126th Street.
Thank you, Errol.
Okay? On
All
95th
right.
Avenue. Right in front of the Smoky Park.
It's okay.
Well, Vishnu, I thank you for your time here this evening. And we will put up the address to your facilities so that anyone who is interested in contacting you, they can reach out to you. Do you have a contact number that they can also
Yes,
reach
you
out to you?
can. I'm available on WhatsApp and
Mhm.
on a direct dial at 347-484-0565. I'm available
Repeat.
24 hours,
Repeat
7
again.
days a week.
Repeat again. 347
484
484. Go ahead.
0565. Thank you, Errol.
All right, Vishnu. Well, I thank you for your time here this evening. And anyone who is interested in contacting Vishnu, you just have his number. We'll also add it to our page so that you can contact him. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Have a good evening. Bye bye.
Take care.
So
So there you heard it, George, Faisal. If you guys are ready for your senior citizen, uh, benefits, or for anything that has to do with anything that you might be interested in, you just heard it. You can contact him, and Vishnu will be able to arrange everything for you.
Sham, I
So
want to say something. I think they're, I didn't get to congratulate them, but we met the guys. I think they do a great job. And people shouldn't be scared. They should go because the stuff is free. And they're very nice guys. I was there, and they even give me a whole bag of carrot to bring home. I had vegetables for like 2 weeks. I
oh,
mean, they do a very good job, and I think they're very nice guys. They're always there. They had so much fruits and vegetable when we was there. I mean, I think you got some stuff too, right?
I did
Yeah,
it
they
was
do a great job. People shouldn't be scared. What they said is true. Go over there, introduce yourself, and I think Vishnu. I think he meant what he said. He wants to help everyone, and I see him in action. And people shouldn't be scared. They need help. Go down and see them. Get in contact with those guys. They're pretty good. They've been in the community for years, so they know when they said they go to the mayor and the governor, they do. So they know how to get stuff done. They're not making up stories. So go out, people. Go meet them. Get stuff. Go out. I think they're doing a great job.
perfect. So Faisal, I know you were telling us a little bit about what's going on in Guyana right before we had Vishnu join us again, for his to complete his segment. But was there something else you were saying?
No, it's just the same way how it is in other countries.
Mhm.
Guyana is no different. The COVID, it's had quite a significant impact on people's lives, on businesses, on education, on healthcare, almost every aspect of society. I think the COVID has affected. Um, so we are still struggling to deal with it, and at the
Mhm.
same stage, we are trying to recover as well. Because this, I mean, look, no one knows when this thing will be over. So
True.
we're just trying to survive and adapt. Because it seems like mask wearing now becomes the norm.
Well, I will advise that if you are going to wear your mask, at least, give it like a cute message or something. Hopefully, we can get some get rich with me some
Yeah,
masks.
math, right?
Customize
That
it.
you're sending out a nice message or something. But with all seriousness, I would love to dedicate the next 10-15 minutes of our time that we have here to getting ideas of how parents out there, how they're feeling about sending their kids back out to school, or if they're still at home. What is it like for you? Because at some point, I'm sure most of us parents, we have to go back to our normal lives, which is job responsibilities. How are you coping? Let me know in the comments. How is it working out for you? Are you able to do the things that you were doing pre-pandemic, or how are you coping? Just let me know, how is it working? Also, we speaking to our kids about their mental health? Are we asking them? For me, my kids are back out in school. Are we asking them how they're doing? Like the first week that my kids were back out to school, it was every day they were coming home, like, how was your day? What did you do today? Just trying to get an understanding of how it's working for them. How are they feeling? Because 18 months indoors and doing online learning has quite an impact on these kids. We might not be able to see it or really feel it right now, but it had a huge impact on our children and on us as well. So how are you coping at this point? How are the kids coping? Let us know in the comments, and let's try to figure out like some solutions as to what the parents can do, how we can handle the kids, and how we can just move forward through this. So let me know how you're doing, how your kids are doing in the comments.
Can I ask a professor question?
Go ahead, please.
Professor, I know in United States here, some people are scared to take the vaccine. Is it the same thing in Guyana? Are some people scared? And yeah, answer that one, and then I have another question for you.
Yeah, the vaccine hesitancy is something that exists in all corners of the world. No different in Guyana. It stems from various things. Some of it is health, some of it is religion, some of it's even political.
Okay.
But the thing is with it is that I understand persons with genuine concerns, because look, for me, I like to weigh up certain things before making a decision. So those persons with genuine concerns, I understand it. But as well, the situation is certain persons just plain just refuse it. And they would not state why. So I think that exists here and exists, I'm guessing, in other
Yes,
countries as
you're
well.
absolutely right. And I'm just going to speak for myself. I never really like vaccine and stuff, but I don't want to die. There's a new virus out, and I went and I took the vaccine. And maybe prevent, but I don't know. Nothing is perfect. So, I mean, whoever wants to take it, who don't want to take it, I don't know what to say to them. But as a person, as me, want to protect myself and live for my daughter and see her another day, I went and got the vaccine, and they didn't have to pay me to go do it. I just went sign up and I went and got it. It's not to have that card to go out and party. I want it to be safe. My job, I deal with the public, and you can't tell this thing. It doesn't show on anyone could touch, or I could talk to someone and get it. But I went out and got it. I'm not telling people to go out and do it, but if they have their own reasons, what can we say, right? But protect yourself. If there's something, because if the rain starts falling and you have an umbrella, what are you going to do? Open it, right?
Good point, George.
Very true.
I want to say good evening to Betty Hansram, joining us from Maryland. Good evening to you, and thank you for joining us. I would also like to say good evening to Stanley Ramsaran. He is joining us from New Jersey. Stanley, welcome, and thank you for joining us. I would like to also say a special good evening to Alvin. Alvin, you're correct. The link is free. Please share, please like, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel. At this point, we would like to take a break and have a message from our sponsors for tonight. Thank you.
NNS Algo Licensed Custom Brokerage Services Inc. is a Guyanese-owned and registered company located at Lot 49 Public Road, Kitty, Georgetown, with branch office at Lot 10-acre Media Ida on the west coast of Demerara. We offer an all-inclusive service, including delivery for all your commercial imports of air and sea cargo, containerized or LCL, vehicle and equipment, and much more. Make that call today, 225-5495, or visit our pages at www.nsalgobrokerage.com or find us on Facebook at NS Algo Brokerage.
Gavin sing at Rancho.
Yeah, my liquor is my lover. I was born a drinker. Yeah, my liquor is my lover. I was born a drinker.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
New faces, not one, not two, but six different races. You know when the sun kisses your skin, you're in the right place. Guyana, oh, that's my beautiful country. Guyana, one people, one nation, one destiny. Don't stop for a minute. Come, let me take a walk with Brother Tiki. You'll see our landmarks and our monuments. They're so unique. The hybrid structure, the lighthouse, the tallest wooden structure, cathedral, 176th Street Monument.
Welcome back to Get Real with Shanisha. Guys, welcome back. So we want to acknowledge DJ Hurricane. He's watching from Hog Island. So Hog Island is one of the islands in on the Pacific River, and back in the days when I was living in Guyana, which was like 20 years ago. I mean, I don't even think they had electricity. So to hear that he's watching from Hog Island, that is a huge change. And so I welcome you and I thank you. I want to take this comment from Kalini. She says, my son is still doing online the way I help him cope, since online do has its cons, such as excess screen time and lack of socializing. We started up a meditation yoga class via Zoom focusing on mindfulness. This encourages his friends to join so they all find a common forum where they can meet and discuss staying focused. I love that idea. Thank you, Kalini, for sharing that. That is just amazing. And I mean, I know that you are one of those people who is very much into healthy living in terms of eating right, to do practicing yoga and meditation. So to have your son encourage this among his friends is something that I would love to be able to help my kids to do and then encourage others to do it. So thank you for sharing that with us. Uh, who else has good night, Navin Singh, and welcome. So we have two topics we're discussing for the next few minutes, and that is the vaccine. How do you feel about the vaccine? Have you been vaccinated? And if not, why are you not taking the vaccine? What is really your thought on the vaccine? If you have taken the vaccine, what is the feeling like? What was it like for you during the process? And how are you feeling about it right now? Also, we're discussing ways our kids and ourselves, how are we coping with our kids going back out to school or staying at home and doing virtual. So anything you'd like to share, please put it in the comments and we will address it and try to, see what others are doing as well. At this point, I would like to introduce our next. Well, I was told that that's not happening for now. So give me just a moment and I will get our next guest on. But in the meantime, please send me your comments as to how you're coping with uh, COVID and the kids and the vaccine.
Shamisa, just note something with the vaccine as well, right? The vaccine hesitancy, one of the key things as well is the misinformation that's been circulating on Facebook that makes people even more worried when they see certain information that's actually not true about the vaccine. That gets persons more concerned. So that's one of the main reasons as well why persons are so hesitant to actually take the vaccine. It's almost as if they are trusting social media more than they are trusting the doctors and the nurses who they've been trusting for all their lives. So that's
And
another cause.
that's a very good point, Professor. I agree with you, but you have to understand too. It's yes, a lot of people do follow these things, and they are hesitant because of things that they might have seen that is not necessarily true. But also, you have to understand there are people who are hesitant because they feel that there was not enough research put into
Very true.
bringing a vaccine forward. It takes years. I mean, I remember the days of polio and all these other disease and other things that we had, and it took years for them to come up with a vaccine, and suddenly in a few months we had a vaccine available. And there, again, with everything else in life, we might have hundreds and thousands of good things, but you have one negative, and people tend to go towards the one negative that they hear or they see, right?
True.
So we have to be careful. Now, I am fully vaccinated. I know you are fully vaccinated, and George is fully vaccinated. My question is, were you guys hesitant at any point before the vaccine or while the vaccine was available? Were you hesitant at all to take the vaccine?
No, I mean, for me, no. I mean, I did give it a few months, but it was when time was, when I know I could go get it, because I guess when the vaccine first came out, it was only for essential worker. So when time for they said, well, anyone could go get it, I signed up right away. And the vaccine and nothing changing my life. I'm not crazy. I don't feel, like I don't want to do nothing. I'm growing an extra hair or anything. I feel fine. I still get up in the morning. My brain is still thinking positive, and I do the positive thing. I just protect myself, because it's not just like they said, oh yeah, maybe it's just like a flu going around. So but I think it's a little bit more than that. And I think, I mean, I took it, my opinion, I took it to protect myself. Because if I get sick and I get my daughter sick and something happened to her, parents will never forgive ourselves for that. So you think about that. I think that, people should take the vaccine to protect their family and their loved ones.
Absolutely. I do want to acknowledge Roop Singh. Roop is joining us from Canada. Roop says, this is modern technology. That is why the vaccine was developed. This fast, it works. I I I would like to agree with you, Roop. And there were, I'm sure it was not one person working on a vaccine. It was several people. We're in a pandemic, which we've been in for about it feels like about 5 years, but it's been about 19 to 20 months. And I'm sure there was a team or several teams working on this. So we have to trust. There were several vaccines created before, and we have seen the difference that is made for us all human beings. Remember the days when we were growing up, and you will see people that, had different things happening because they were not vaccinated, the whooping cough, all those things were a part of something that needed vaccination. And now we have vaccination and we see less of it in our communities. So I will encourage people. Again, it's really up to you at the end of the day. You should educate yourself and educate others, but so far we have seen really good results with the vaccines for the people who have had COVID, who were vaccinated. Sometimes there are no symptoms. So, at the end of the day, it's your choice, but I am for the vaccine, and I hope that people can change their minds and they can get vaccinated.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if people want to go out and take the chance, I mean, that's their opinion and that's their personal life. I mean, we're not forcing no one, but people have religious uh feelings about it, but I think they should go get it. I mean, it's like I went to New York the other day. I had to show my card to get into certain place, and I go to New York often to do business. And the city, they don't really ask, but I still wear my mask. I have a vaccine, but I still wear my mask. I protect myself because you don't know, you still could get it. They said, but I have that less chance because I have that vaccine, and I still don't go into a big crowd and said, "Oh man, I got vaccine. I could do all this." I still protect myself.
Yeah, the vaccine is basically a layer of protection for you. It does
Yeah,
not
yeah.
prevent you from getting COVID. It's basically if do get COVID, it just helps your body to fight it a little bit better, which is one of the things I'm not sure if a lot of people are aware of. It's not You're not gonna not get COVID. You can still get COVID if you're exposed to someone who has COVID. The vaccine really protects you a little bit better. It helps your immune system to fight it
Mhm.
better, and so that you won't die like some people are dying without being vaccinated. So the I know right here in New York, our cases have been going up. We have the Delta variant that has been everywhere with us, and we also have in different parts of the world. The pandemic is still very much present and it's still affecting a lot of us. So we have to find a way to protect ourselves. And if this is one way that we feel that we're protected, then I'm all for that, to protect myself, my family, and the people around me. I go shopping. We still have to do our groceries. We still have to do a lot of things by ourselves. And so when I'm out, I don't want to infect others and take something that I might be carrying to others. So we still have to wear a mask whenever necessary. We still wear a mask, and we try our best that if we're with others to protect ourselves and protect them.
Definitely.
Rup Singh says, "What religious feelings educate me, please?" I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Did someone
I,
mention anything about
I
religion?
think probably Shamiz, he maybe they're referring to the mention of maybe certain persons may not take the vaccine because of religious reasons.
Right.
I think with certain religions, probably, there is a little bit of hesitancy in taking vaccines. But just a quick thing to mention, Shamiza, a
Mm-hmm.
point you mentioned before about maybe persons were skeptical because of the speed at which the vaccine was actually introduced. But I think it's human instinct where we, as human beings, when we actually encounter something, we were hesitant. For example, let's just say you go into a store and you buy a TV, or you're going to buy a TV, and the TV is low in price. The first thing you think, well, why is it so cheap?
Right.
We want it to be cheap, but when we actually hear that it's really cheap, we wonder, well, something must be wrong with it. That's why it's so cheap. I think with the vaccine, it's the same thing. If the vaccine was not developed and we were still without a vaccine, people will probably complain, well, when is the vaccine going to be available? Now that it's
Absolutely right.
available, our human instincts dictate that we are cautious. So
Yes.
I think that's another reason as well.
Well, they have to look. Technology speed up. We're sooner or later we're going to be all driving electric car. They have a trip. You could go to Mars or the moon sooner or later. You could, if you got enough money, you could go tomorrow with these guys. So technology have speed up a process. And like Shamiza said, there wasn't one doctor working on this thing. There was several doctor, and technology is up there. You know,
True.
the things that they could do now, we can't imagine. So I think I don't think it's 100%, but it's close to there. So I think they did a pretty good job so far, because when the flu back in the year when the people were dying, like you said, they didn't have a vaccine and just people were just dying. Now they have something and nobody wants to take it. I don't know why. I mean, that's their feeling, their own opinion if they don't want to take it, though. I
Yeah.
mean, we're only speaking for ourselves. I took it. I took it to protect my family, my loved ones, people that I'm around, even
I
my customer. If I get sick and I go and I infect, you know how bad I will feel?
True.
yeah.
You will feel bad if you got sick and someone died because of you. You know how bad that will look? It's
I
very
agree.
bad.
I agree with you, George. Roshan says, Roshan Shirtran says, everyone has common sense. Do what is right for you and judge for yourself. I agree with you. We
Yeah.
should all be doing what is best for us and our family. Or if you're one of those people that you're the only one that you have, then you should be doing it for yourself, whatever makes sense for you. And if you feel the vaccine can help you, do it. If you are still skeptical or you think more research should be done or whatever the reason is, you do you. It's important to do you.
Yes.
People need to follow. Roop Singh says people need to follow the science, not misinformation spreading on the internet. I
Uh,
agree with you. We need to educate ourselves. We need to enlighten ourselves. And how we can do that is we need to visit the CDC website. We need to get it directly from where it's coming from, the research that's being done. There is nothing that we can't do right now. We have access to so much information. And if you're not utilizing this little phone or the little laptop that you have or the tablet, if you're not utilizing all your resources, then shame on you. You have access to all of these things and you should be utilizing everything that you have access to. You should be educating yourself and what is right for you and your family. And don't let little things get you down and persuade you to not do what is right for you.
yeah. I want to say one thing. The virus I seen, it killed strong people. They don't think you're strong and it's not going to get you. I seen guys in their 20s or 25 and it take them down like that one day. I see older folks that survive it. I have a sick friend, he survived it. So it doesn't choose and pick, it comes and it works on your weakest part. Don't think you're strong and it's going to save you. No, I don't know. But like we said, the vaccine, you have to take it. I think you should. That's my opinion.
I have Hakila Hussein joining us. She says, good night, everyone. I'm so happy for myself and family took our full dose of vaccines. Now, Faisal, in Guyana, what vaccines do you have readily available for the people of Guyana?
Well, when the vaccines were first available, there was the AstraZeneca,
Mhm.
and then the Sputnik vaccine came afterwards. At the moment, I think those are the two vaccines that are available for now. The Sputnik, which is, I believe, is a Russian vaccine, and the AstraZeneca, which I believe is a partnership between a UK company and India and a set of different countries coming together to actually make it. So those are the two vaccines available. And I think they're both two-dose vaccines as well.
Okay.
And
Go ahead, George.
so they do have the well, I can't say if it works or not, but I mean, at least they have the vaccine, so you could go get it. And like like we're preaching here that people should, but yeah, those are good vaccine. AstraZeneca, I watched the stock. I mean, they're I think they're German, but they have the good
Mhm.
I forgot what it called that they put in it, but
High efficacy rates. Yeah.
yes.
I do want to highlight a point that I see that Roshan is making here. He said the Sputnik is not valid for traveling, which is one of the big things that I know recently. There was a huge controversy in Guyana that had to do with the Sputnik and people not being able to travel. Faisal, are you aware of this? And what's the reason why people are not able to travel with this vaccine?
Yeah, I think the Sputnik, I'm not 100% sure, but there was some concerns about it being offered to WHO for testing for the efficacy rate. But I think there's something they're working on now to get the Sputnik vaccine um, to be what is the word, allowed
Hello.
in all countries, because the president did highlight that there's a little bit of discrimination where certain vaccines are allowed and others are not allowed. So I hope that they resolve it, because I have relatives who have taken the Sputnik, and
Mhm.
it will be a shame if they are not allowed to travel with me,
Which has been the case. So I'm not
which
sure
has
if
been
that
the
has
case.
changed at this time.
I think they're
Moderna and
working on something
he
to get.
also said that Moderna and Pfizer are widely accepted. Now, in Guyana, when you take the vaccine, do you have a choice as to which vaccine you want to take, or it's whatever is available in your area?
Well, when I took it, there was a choice between the AstraZeneca and the Sputnik.
Okay,
But at the moment, it depends on what's available. So
what's
whatever's
available?
available, that's what you're gonna be entitled to.
Okay. And do you know which vaccine is one of the vaccines that's most widely has been utilized in Guyana?
Oh, look, if you ask most of the persons, they would tell you they would prefer the AstraZeneca because it's been proven with a higher efficacy rate. The Sputnik, we don't know enough about it. So again, that brings back to the concerns of the people again. They're not sure, well, where was this manufactured? Has it been tested by the WHO? We don't know much about it. So that made persons a little bit skeptical. But at the moment, uh, I think Sputnik doses have come into the country, and persons I think, are taking second doses, and then maybe there's AstraZeneca vaccines as well.
So
Got
one question. So the Guyana government, did they buy the vaccine or it was donated to Guyana?
Oh
You
no,
don't
I will not be able to
George,
answer that
tell
that
question.
would
that.
have been a great question to ask the
Yes,
president and the
you'll need
vice
a
president
government
they
for
were
that.
visiting. Um, I do want to take this comment from, it's hard for me to say it. Guava Man. Guava
Okay.
Man writes, "This my body, my choice slogan is sending the wrong message in Guyana. The death of the two opposition news reporters should send a warning. Imran Khan from NCN died last week, like the other guy, Mondale Smith from iNews, who died months back. Both of these reporters were against the vaccine." Uh,
Okay.
this is a tough one because I did see all over the news the death of Imran Khan. My condolences to his family. And again, this is one of those things where we can't force anyone to do something that they don't. It's a choice. Right now, it's a choice for you to take the vaccine or not take the vaccine. And if someone feels that it's not the right thing for them to do, or they're not confident in the vaccine, then it's a choice, right? And it's an unfortunate situation, but again, it's really up to you at the end of the day. Uh, Hakila, I am assuming she's joining us from Guyana, and she says we took the Sputnik. That was the only vaccine they had, and we wanted to be safe. So
True.
Faisal, I feel like maybe in some areas it might not be one of those things where you have different options. I
So,
feel in
so
some areas there
it
might
all
be
depends on the supply. At the
the
moment,
supply.
what's the supply?
What's the supply is like? Okay. And we have Roshan says we have perfumers right now stuck because they can't travel. Yes, another unfortunate situation where people are not able to travel because they have taken the vaccine. I believe it's a 30-day wait. I'm not sure about this, but I believe there is a wait before if you can even take another vaccine. Are you able to? I don't know
I
how
don't
you
think
do
you
this.
can
Take
mix. I don't
as-
think you can mix the vaccines at the moment. I don't think it hasn't been approved as yet.
All right. So
Pfizer vaccine.
I thank everyone for their feedback and comments in terms of the vaccine. At this moment, we would like to hear a message from our sponsors.
NNS Algo Licensed Custom Brokerage Services Inc. is a Guyanese owned and registered company located at Lot 49 Public Road, Kitty, Georgetown, with branch office at Lot 10A Media Ida on the west coast of Demerara. We offer an all-inclusive service including delivery for all your commercial imports of air and sea cargo, containerized or LCL, vehicle and equipment, and much more. Make that call today, 225-5495, or visit our pages at www.nsalgobrokerage.com or find us on Facebook at NS Algo Brokerage.
Gavin sing at Rancho. Yeah, my liquor is my lover. I was born a drinker. Yeah, my liquor is my lover. I was born a drinker.
Enos Driving School offers training for CDL licenses, including tractor trailers, trucks, and school buses. Just think, with a CDL license, you can have access to thousands of driving jobs at large companies such as FedEx, UPS, MTA, or New York Sanitation. Enos Driving School also offers defensive driving courses and training classes for cars and motorcycles, all taught by their college-trained instructors who can even schedule your road test appointments. Inquire about other driving and training packages as well. You might even be qualified for their free CDL training, as they are a certified institution with the New York State Workforce One program. Call Enos Driving School today. They've been serving our community for over 10 years.
New faces, not one, not two, but 6 different races. You know when the sun kisses your skin, you're in the right place. Guyana, oh, that's my beautiful country. Guyana, one people, one nation, one destiny. Don't stop for a minute. Come, let me take a walk with brother. Take it, you'll see our landmarks and our monuments. They're so unique. The hybrid structure, the lighthouse, the tallest wooden structure, cathedral, 176th Street Monument.
Welcome back to Get Real with Shamiza. Faisal, I know at this point you're leaving in a little bit as well because you have a busy schedule since you're a
Yeah,
professor, right?
I just want to mention something I forgot to mention actually.
Mhm.
There is the Pfizer vaccine that has been distributed is for the kids 11 and up. So there is a third vaccine that's available for kids from 11 upwards. So that has been it's been distributed for the last couple of months, and that vaccine has it's because of that vaccine we're able to have the students coming back to school, especially in the secondary level. So there is a Pfizer vaccine along with the other 2 vaccines that's available for adults.
A great point there. Another great point from Randy Ramnot. He says we also have to be careful with or without the vaccine and wear your mask. Great point, Randy. Sometimes I feel like, I can take on anything, but if not for myself, for the other people around me, I have to do it. So I try to keep the mask on as much as I can. As a matter of fact, I try not to go out as much so that I don't have to wear the mask, because it's not the most comfortable thing. But when I'm out, I try to wear it as much as possible. Um, at this point, I will say goodbye to Faisal.
All right,
You
Take
have
care.
guys.
Take care, Professor. Nice seeing you
Take care,
again.
guys.
it's good to have you back on season 2.
It's good to be here.
Say
Yes.
Take
hello
care.
to the wife and the kids.
I will do.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye
All
bye.
right. Take care.
And I will welcome our musical guest for this evening, Steven Ramphal. Welcome, Steven. Hey, Steven. Can you hear me? Can you hear?
Can you hear us? No, I don't think you can hear us. Um, I don't know what to do.
Steven, are you hearing us?
Maybe you got to press a button. Send him a text or something.
All right, so we'll have Steven get his audio back together, and then we will have him rejoin us in a moment.
So, Sham, how you
Yes.
been doing?
I have been very, very busy, and I've been very focused on work and on doing a lot of different things. But my main focus, as much as I'm thinking and doing all of these different things, has been on Get Real with Shamiza. We're in season 2, and as you know, we started about it feels like a year or two ago, but it was actually just about 5 months ago. And I am truly, truly grateful for all the opportunities and all the people that I get to meet regularly. I get invited to all these different events and get to meet all these people, and I'm truly grateful for the opportunity. I am also looking at different ways that we can give back to our community. And so I'm not sure if a lot of people are aware, but we just started our foundation, which we have to conduct different meetings and put things together before we can officially launch it. But I have already formed. It is a legally registered business for Safari for Hope, which is my foundation that I have uh, formed to be able to help others. My main focus for Safari for Hope is young girls and women in Guyana. However, it does not mean that if there is a need, we wouldn't be there. I am working on being able to help anyone that comes to our foundation and need help. We're looking at ways that we can help. But my main focus and my main goal is really to help the young girls and women of Guyana.
Nice. I mean, I admire you and I, see the strength in you. People, the audience probably look like, yeah, you come on Wednesday night for a few hours. I mean, I think maybe they don't know the preparation because we talk all the time a little bit. We used to be on the phone longer, but the preparation, man, I admire you because the preparation that you have to do for so many days, and then Wednesday come and then everything comes down because you got to put this whole package together. It's amazing, and it's not a simple task you took, and I really congratulate you for the things you're doing. And I the people that follow you or watching you, I know they're proud of you, and we all proud of you because it takes a lot. People don't know how much it takes. I mean, I talk to you a little bit in the day. I know that you're always on the run, so when you got to go, I don't get mad because I know you got to go because you're always doing stuff. And it takes a lot, guys. For what she does is just this hour or 2 hour that we on the show. It takes a whole week because tomorrow morning she's going to be on the phone again. It takes a lot, and I'm proud of you. You doing this, and it's going to go farther. You're going up the ladder. So that's all I want to say because we have a little bit of time until the singer come back, and
Yeah.
and I'm sorry I can't.
George, I I thank you for those kind words. This is a choice that I made. I wanted to give back to my community. I wanted a way, a platform for us to share stories, for us to be inspired, to empower others. And so far, I have to say, we're just getting started. We're nowhere close to being where I would love for us to be, but it's a great start, and I'm grateful, like I said, for all the opportunities, all the doors that has been opened, all the people who have welcomed me and has supported me. I thank you to our sponsors, the people who sponsor us, so that all of this can come together. I thank the people who reach out to me, or who, when I reach out to them, they're happy to share their stories and share their journey with us. That's the reason why I'm here, is because people like you and others are willing to support and be there to guide, and I feel that's the main reason why Get Real with Shamiza has been where it is today, is because of the supporters and all the people who has been there from when this was just a mere thought. I thought about this, like, how can we have a platform where we're able to share stories, we're able to have talents, showcase talents. We've seen the numerous talents here on Get Real with Shamiza, that I know most of these guys now are like fully booked every weekend. I get messages, I'm fully booked until half of next year, and I feel proud because some of them are already very successful, but this was an opportunity for them to be here and really, through the pandemic, show their talent again. So I thank all of them. None of them has ever said, who is Shamiza? Really, we don't know who she is. They wholeheartedly came on the show. So I'm forever grateful for these talents, for all the guests who has been here and the ones to come. There is a nice lineup. I have almost the entire season. Season 2 has already been planned out with guests and with talents, and I'm so excited to bring it to everyone.
Yeah,
At
that's
Perfect. George, at this time, I believe Stephen is ready, so we'll go back to Stephen.
okay.
Hey, Stephen, can you hear us now?
Yes, I'm hearing you guys loud and clear.
Nice.
Perfect. Thank you for your patience there.
It's
How are
okay. It's
you
okay.
feeling this evening?
I'm feeling really good. It's a pleasure being on your program tonight.
Well, it is my pleasure to have you here this evening. I know we've been back and forth for a while, trying to get you on Get Real with Shamiza, and so the time has finally come. Here you are. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your upbringing?
Yes, definitely. Well, I'm 28 years of age. Born in Suriname, migrated to Guyana. Um, got married 6 years ago. Um, got a kid. Started my music career at in 2012 to now, and it's been a kind of lengthy and tough journey, but at the same time, exciting and fruitful as well. So that's basically it.
So did you get married first, or did you start your music? Because I know 6 years ago
I
was 20.
started my music first.
Okay, so you started your music first, and I know you have a beautiful family.
Thank you
Um,
very much.
so what made you want to do music? Do you have a family history of musicians or
It was all
anyone in
self
your
taught. My uncle, he was a musician in his church, so I think I kind of adopted to while he was playing his boards and and the musical arrangement that he was playing for the group that he had. They used to do this camp session every August, summer camp. So he would normally bring over the church group over to rehearse with them. So as a youngster growing up listening to those songs and all the different kinds of the vocal ranges and stuff that the youths had back then, I think it kind of captured me, and I think that's when it all started for me.
Wow. So your uncle basically, you were inspired by your uncle.
Yes, yes,
And
definitely.
does your uncle still do this until now?
No, he has given it a little break, but I have evolved into the music and picked up that pattern that he used um in creating my own music, and the way that he used to play, it was kind of different from the other musicians, how they had it.
Mhm.
um he had a different style, so I think I adopted that and created my own technique and my own style in music.
And what is that style, Stephen?
It was kind of a mellow, but at the same time, groovy. He used to play gospel music, so normally they had this kind of mellow gospel, but he kind of give this little groove into it, giving it a kind of a soca, kind of reggaeton. And at one point in time, he actually turned uh, a very slow gospel song into a chutney song. So from listening to how he used to play and stuff, I kind of hold on to that and run with it, because I realized it's something totally different. And as a musician growing up, you could actually play around with a lot of stuff in the music. You could actually play around with a lot of genres, and I think that have developed me into the musician I am today, because back in 2019, I was the first Indo Guyanese artist, chutney artist, to actually enter Soca Monarch, and you know came first runner up in that competition. And in back in 2020 as well, I came first runner up as well. I actually won the Chutney Monarch in 2019. So I think all of these, little details and little aspect in the music actually develop my craft, and turned me into the musician I am. Yeah.
And what a musician you are indeed. Now, can you give us a little sample of what, when you started music first, what it sounded like when you had that combination of gospel and a little bit of reggae and all that? So what would Stephen have sounded like back then?
Back then, I was just listening. I wasn't like being vocal, that vocal
Hmm.
towards everything that they were doing. I was
Right.
just listening attentively and trying to figure out, what tones they were using, um, how I could, develop my voice so I could actually match theirs, and how I could fit my scale and how to be comfortable on a particular tone, and um, in writing as well. What melodies to use that would catch the ear sound, um, what kind of beats to use to actually match the arrangement of the music, that or the lyrics that you're using to captivate the audience that is going to be listening to that music. So all of these little details, it is very complicated, but at the same time, um unique at the same time. Yeah.
Unique indeed, because just listening to you, it sounds like a lot of different things happening. And for me, I'm more of like, I kind of like, I'm thinking, okay, he's saying all of these things. I wonder how they will all fit in place, but it's not making, for me, it's like you said, it's unique, right? It's a
Definitely.
combination of different things that when you put it all together, it's just perfect. And only you will know that because you're the one creating it. But George, please go ahead with your question.
Yes, I watch your video. You're pretty good.
Thank you
I
very much.
love the music. And got a couple of questions, but I'm gonna go with maybe two or three. First question, you're a young man, you're married, you got to go on these travels and show. How does that impact your wife? How is the relationship with that? If you could explain to the viewer, because it's a crazy world out there.
Yeah, I know. So when I met my wife, she actually the same job that Shanice is doing right now, interviewing musicians, different talented people, ministers, and all these things. She used to do that job back then, and it was a very good friend of mine, very very talented fella, Anand Hansraj. He actually introduced my wife, actually told my wife about me being in Guyana. So she actually, messaged me up, and we actually linked an interview, the same interview that we're doing right now. So back then, and that was when I met my wife, and from then on to now, she have been the backbone of everything that you have seen coming out of me, and all the songs that you hear coming out from. I actually have a brand of music, the Team Unity brand. Everything that you hear comes out of that brand um, is 100% me and her together. We both sit down and we arrange all these things, and just to make sure that everything goes as perfect as possible. And when it comes to traveling and stuff, she totally understands everything, because whatever I'm doing it for the family and for myself as well. And um, in Guyana, she is my local manager. Big up to NV Songs, they're my US manager and Canadian manager as well. So, yeah, man.
It's good. I'm a little from the old school, so back then the guys they will make when they make the records, they get a deal and they put it on a record and they get paid a lot of money. How does it work now? I mean, for the viewers, I mean, I don't know how it works now. I see a lot of singers. I mean, my culture, West Indian, but is there a deal for you guys, or you just got to put your stuff on YouTube now? How does that work now?
So because of Guyana, Guyana does not have a copyright law. We're trying very hard to get that done in Guyana. But because of social media and how grand of an impact it is for everyone that uses it, we're able to put our music out there, and sell that song, and make it get an income off of that. How things are set up right now, we could actually post our songs and get it sold on iTunes, on Amazon, on Spotify, all these major platforms that we want to sell our music on. So um that I think is one of the greatest advantage that we have as musicians in Guyana. Um, Compared to the musicians in the US, where they have a copyright law, where they could get deals, record deals, they could get brands to sign on to them, get all these things set in such a manner that musicians could actually make a dollar. Guyana does not have that, but luckily I am grateful and very thankful for the little media that we have. Thanks to the people that are interviewing us. um Shaniza, thanks to you for having me on your program again. So it is because of all these little fine details that it might not play a major impact, but it still does something at the end of the day for me as an artist and for everyone who is in the music industry from
So,
Guyana.
so you said technology took over and making it happen.
Definitely, definitely,
I
definitely.
mean, very good, very good. Do you write most of your songs, or
Every song that you have heard that Steven Ramphal have done was written by myself.
okay, nice? Because I always ask the question if you guys, because I like to hear something a little different from your heart. Because when you sing, you really can touch people, and if you write it from your heart or from you in self, it touches people.
Definitely, definitely. And I think that is something that I have grafted from since I was very small growing up. I tend to take um, situations that is surrounding me and turn it into something positive.
Mm.
As I said, the brand Team Unity brings out songs of love, unity, harmony, peace, and all these things. So um, if you notice around, we had a lot of whole bunch of division and stuff happening. But at the same time, we gotta just bring love out. We gotta bring music that could, captivate people. And my previous song that I did, Never Leave You, that went viral. Thank you to social media and everything, and all my fans out there. Thank you very much for sharing that song. Um, I actually checked it today. I got 1.5 million views on that song, so um, I'm very grateful for that. Um, that song, it touches people from the core. I've heard some people come to me and say, "Yo, that song is not just for your wife or for whatever you guys were singing about, but it was something more deeper than that." And I think that's where I wanted to, get captivate people from somewhere more further than the heart and the mind and the soul. So, yeah, man.
I agree. Congratulations on that song hitting that number. That's an amazing number. And
Thank you very
the
much.
first time I saw that video, I fell in love with that song. And this was quite a few months ago. And I'm happy to see that that song is where it is, rightly deserve to be where it is. And speaking of your fans, viewers, and social media, I want to encourage people, go out and support people like Steven and all the other artists out there. When you download a song and when you watch YouTube and you find all these different you're supporting these guys. You're
Definitely.
finding ways for them to bring you more music and for them to continue the art that they're involved in. So continue to watch their videos, share their videos, download, go to YouTube, go to all these different places and find ways to support them, because they can only continue their art if you support them. And now, Stephen, I know you also have a photography business.
Yes, I've started that in 2015, I think. Not 2015. 2017. Sorry about that.
Right. Yes. So
Yeah, I
you
started that
do
in
a full video
I do
and
music. I do music production, music videos.
uh-huh.
I do wedding photography. I do photo shoots. I do advertisements. All these things in the videography and photography field. I cover them. Just recently, about 1 hour and 20 minutes ago,
Yes.
Mahendra music video was released. I edited that video. Surprisingly, it is going viral right now. So yeah, man.
Great
So
job. Great job.
you would say you're the perfect wedding singer. You go, you do the video, you sing the song, you make
Yeah.
everything.
So the thing about it, right? I have so many lovely clients that I work for. They would normally come when they message our page and stuff. They would come and we have a little meeting with them before we actually, they have to come and sign a contract and stuff. So when they come to the meeting and they see me as like, hey, you're not the guy that sing those songs. I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. How much you take to sing at the wedding as well? Right?
So, Stephen,
So
please
it
go
it
ahead.
it it'd be amazing. It'd be amazing because someday you get to do somebody's wedding to cover the entire event. You do the photography and the videography, and at the same time, you make people happy with your voice.
Wow. What a gift you are to many. And, we can't let you go without you giving us a little taste of my two requests is never leave. Is that it?
Yeah, yeah.
And unity. So whichever you're comfortable going with first, please go ahead when you're ready.
All right, no problem. So just want to let all my fans know out there that this Sunday I'm gonna be performing for the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports. We are One Guyana concert, which will be streaming live on the Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports page, NCN and HG. So please make sure and feel free to lock in. Remember, you don't have to pay for this. It's totally free. Just locking and view all the talented performances. I'm gonna be performing alongside Bunty Singh, Vanilla, and a whole bunch of artists. Big Red, Jomo, all the big names out of Guyana. So
Yeah.
please feel free to lock in. So never leave you. Baby, you're the one I never thought I'd be. Saying from my heart how I feel. Ever since we met, I fell in love with you. You being in my life is a dream come true. Oh, baby, I'll never ever make you cry. I'll never say goodbye. I'll wipe your tears away. I just want to say, oh, I'll never leave you and go away. No, I'll never leave you and go away. Oh, what we have together is for eternity. No, I'll never leave you and go away. No, I'll never leave you and go away. Oh, what we have together is for eternity.
Wow, Stephen, your voice is so beautiful that it's believable. Right? I
Thank you
don't
very
think I can sing that to someone that actually believe me. But you, your voice is so good that I believe you, right?
Thank you very much.
That was a very good song. Just a question. I don't want you to get in trouble, but I hope you dedicate that to your wife, right?
Definitely. So as soon as you're finished with our interview, I want you to go on YouTube and check out the music video. The beautiful young lady in that video is my wife.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The young lady in that video is my wife. I made sure that I placed her in that video because, I can't do a song like this and not put the person that I'm really passionate about and the person that actually put a whole lot into making sure that my career goes as perfect as everyone seems out there. So kudos to her, and I want to give thanks, my biggest gratitude to her, because without her, I don't think all of this could have been possible.
You know what they said, right? A man needs a strong woman by his side, by his
Definitely.
side. Yeah. And when you have that, sometimes you have to carry it. I had one more question for you. I kind of forgot what was it, but
George, think about it and we'll come back.
okay.
Nasifa Farzana Muhammad says, I figure that was his wife. I'm assuming she's referring to that video. If your wife is watching us tonight, I hope that she's listening and she heard everything you just said. And, he's very grateful for you. Great job keeping him happy and satisfied. So, thank you. Um, at this point, Stephen, I'll have to ask you because we're almost wrapping up. Please share with us your next song. And is there anything upcoming? Do you have a new release? Anything you like to let your fans know?
Definitely. Before I leave, I just want to let something out of the bag. I am going to be releasing a brand new track and music video. November is either gonna be in November, mid-November, or close into the month end.
Wow. So look out for that one, everyone.
It's
And
another
then,
beautiful song. Trust
yes.
me, it's gonna be amazing because I was in studio, doing the music and everything. So far, everything is going on planned, and I'm not gonna say who the producer is right now, but definitely I know it's gonna be a hit, and all my fans are gonna love it because I'm just gonna stick there. I'm not gonna share
Yeah.
anymore.
Not going to share anymore. But great job. Stephen, leave us with your version again of Unity.
All right, so I did a song, a collaboration, 2 years ago, about Guyana, and I know a lot of people have overseas, whether you're in Canada, whether you're in the US, whether you're in the Caribbean, right? I just want to say, Guyana is my home, and this is a song I'm going to be performing Sunday, alongside the very talented Vanilla. So it goes like this. This is Guyana. This is my home. Land that I'm from. I call my own. This is Guyana. This is my home. Land that I'm from. I call my home. This is Guyana. This is my home. Land that I'm from. I call my own. Me say, don't let nothing come and try break we apart. Not race, politics, or a negative heart. At the end of the day, we still have to work to feed we children or buy a new shirt. Listen, this is the time to show who we are. It's not about race, just show a good heart. One people, one nation, one destiny. That is we matter. I'm Guyanese, say I'm Guyanese. It's not about race, cause I'm Guyanese. I'm Guyanese, yes, I'm Guyanese. Oh, say this is Guyana. This is my home, land that I'm from. I call my own. This is Guyana.
Wow.
Nice.
Well done.
Very good.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Please hire Stephen for all your wedding or that special occasion need. Please reach out to Stephen. Now, Stephen, if someone is here in the US and they want to use you for your services, is that possible?
Yes, definitely. Just contact NV Songs. They're my US and Canadian manager, Vic and Nick. If you're in Guyana, you do want to book me for an event, whether it be for your photography needs or to perform at your event, you could contact us on 618-8820. Contact us on SR Photography on Facebook, Instagram, or you could also contact my Facebook page at Steven Ramphal. Yeah.
Perfect. Good evening to you, Stephen, and thank you very much for being here this evening.
Thank you very much for having me.
Take care. Bye bye.
Take care, Stephen. You do a great job. Very good guy.
Very, very nice guy. George, at this point, this is all the time we have. I do want to make a special announcement. Actually, it's very, very special. So, the last few days has been very, very hectic, but definitely productive. And one of the reasons why is because I just became a grandma. Yes, I am
You
a
did?
grandmother. Yes. And I'm super excited. I'm all in love again. And my daughter, Sophia, and my son in law, Rahi, congratulations to you both. I thank you for a beautiful baby girl. I'm so in love, and I can't wait to share with everyone her little photos. And she's a little diva already. She's the sweetest little thing. She sleeps most of the time. She was just born, but I am so in love, and I will be sharing with you her photos probably next week. So look out for that. But yes, I'm a grandma. At this point, George, tonight I have learned so much, not only from the little things that we were sharing, but also from my guests tonight, Steve and I learned that you have to keep believing in yourself. You have to keep reinventing yourself, and you have to be true to who you are. I've also learned that we have choices every day that we're here. We make choices that can either affect us positively or negatively, but at the end of the day, we have choices. I want to thank all my guests for tonight's show. I want to thank my co-hosts, George, Faisal. I'm forever grateful for you guys, for your love, your support. I want to thank my husband, who is behind the scene but does an amazing job bringing this show to you live. Um, I want to thank all of our viewers for their continued support and love for Get Real with Shamiza. Keep watching, guys. We have a lot planned and we're just getting started. Good night. Be brave, be bold, and believe in your the choices that you make. Good night.
Good night.